Welcome to AI and Cloud Weekly. I'm your host, and today we're tracking what I can only describe as a massive collision in the technology sector. On one side of the market, we're witnessing an absolute explosion in software autonomy. Artificial intelligence is rapidly evolving from passive chat windows into highly capable, active digital workers. But on the exact opposite side, we have a severe physical resource constraint. It's triggering unprecedented hardware inflation and incredibly tight supply chains. So let's dive right into this explainer and break down the macro forces that are fundamentally reshaping our global digital economy.
Here's the bottom line up front for today's top stories. We'll be looking at AI agents entering the workspace, OpenAI's brand new GPT 5.6 models, the moment generative media meets reality, how hardware inflation is hitting consumers, and finally, securing the autonomous enterprise. Let's get right to the data.
Kicking things off with Section 1, AI agents in the workspace, where autonomous software is truly taking control.
65%. Let that number sink in for a second. That is the shocking metric coming out of Anthropic this week. The company is officially reporting that its own product team now relies on its AI models to write 65% of its internal code. We're looking at a fundamental, ground-up reallocation of engineering resources, moving away from manual, line-by-line coding toward much higher-order design and architecture oversight.
We are witnessing a massive paradigm shift in project management here. It's the transition from passive chatbots to active workspace members. Think about tools like Notion's newly released External Agents API. They are completely transforming how data gets processed. Instead of requiring you to manually type a query into a sidebar, these AI agents are now treated as named workspace participants. They have direct, authorized OAuth access to company databases. That means they can autonomously scan projects, identify software bugs, and draft reports, all without any human prompting.
And we're seeing this unfold in our daily communications, too. Anthropic just launched Claude, which is a tool embedded directly inside Slack channels, powered by their Opus 4.8 model. By just tagging the agent in a thread, it can independently read all the surrounding conversational context, securely access your connected code repositories, execute multi-step tasks, and then report its findings straight back to the team. It is completely removing the friction of constantly context switching between your development environments and chat apps.
Moving on to Section 2, OpenAI unveils its GPT 5.6 models, bringing in a new era of stratified efficiency. Crucially, the computing costs for this new GPT 5.6 family are breaking down a lot like financial market tiers. At the very top, we have Soul. It's priced at $5 per million input tokens and $30 per million output. Now that's engineered for complex reasoning and long horizon planning. In the middle tier, Terra operates at exactly half that cost, $2.50 in, $15 out. That's designed as the daily workhorse for enterprise orchestration. And down at the bottom, Luna trades at just $1 in and $6 out, which is fully optimized for high-frequency, low-latency text automation.
On the performance front, the benchmark landscape has officially shifted. If we look at Terminal Bench 2.1, which is an incredibly strict evaluation of command line workflows and tool coordination, the GPT 5.6 Soul Ultra variant just captured a new state-of-the-art score of 91.9%. The standard Soul model follows really closely at 88.8%, just edging out its primary competitor, Claude Mythos 5, which is sitting at 88% flat.
Now, to insulate these deployment costs from the wild global supply bottlenecks we're seeing, we are tracking a major industry pivot toward hardware verticalization. OpenAI is officially partnered with Broadcom in what they're calling the Alpino Co-Design Initiative to develop its first custom inference processor. Software companies are literally scrambling right now to control the physical silicon layer because computing demand is vastly outpacing third-party supply.
All right, Section 3. Generative media meets reality as we look at grounding synthetic worlds.
To really grasp this leap, we have to look at the definition of a world model. Unlike the older generators that simply stitched sequential pixels together frame by frame, a world model builds an actual internal representation of physics. It calculates gravity, momentum, fluid dynamics. This is the exact architectural leap powering DeepMind's Genie 3 and the newly released Gemini OmniFlash. It allows for multi-turn, conversational video editing where character identity and the spatial layout remain completely 100% consistent.
And this spatial awareness is rapidly bleeding into consumer tools. Take Google Flow, which just integrated directly with Google Maps to create Maps imagery grounding. By leveraging a massive database of 280 billion Street View images, creators and filmmakers can now select exact real-world physical coordinates and flawlessly overlay interactive generative AI characters and lighting models directly onto accurate city streets and physical locations. But this grounding doesn't just stop at maps. It extends directly to your desktop monitor. Gemini 3.5 Flash just integrated a native computer use capability. The system completely bypasses custom API integrations by using a visual loop: observe, think, and act. It observes your screen layout, thinks about the graphical user interface elements, and then acts by using precise mouse coordinates to click, scroll, and type. Literally exactly as a human operator would.
Turning now to Section 4, hardware inflation hits consumers. The physical bottleneck is here.
$741 billion. According to FactSet data, that is the expected capital expenditure by the 5 major hyperscale cloud providers this year alone. That staggering amount of capital is being deployed to build out specialized cooling equipment, secure fiber optic lines, and just hoard high-bandwidth memory for enterprise AI servers.
What we're looking at is a brutally aggressive supply chain ripple effect. Back in 2024, data centers started hoarding physical resources. By 2025, silicon manufacturers shifted their production lines almost exclusively to those high-margin enterprise AI servers, causing memory and storage prices to quadruple over the span of just 3 quarters. And now, in 2026, that iFlation has slammed directly into the consumer hardware market.
Let's look at the hard economic facts here, because ordinary consumers are absolutely footing the bill for this AI arms race. Apple just implemented global price hikes, pushing the 16-inch MacBook Pro up by a massive $500. Microsoft's Xbox Series X, that's jumped to $800. Meanwhile, chip manufacturers have unprecedented pricing power right now. Micron just posted a record-breaking quarterly gross margin of 84.9%. The reality is, retail buyers are firmly subsidizing the infrastructure for enterprise AI.
Finally, Section 5, securing the autonomous enterprise, focusing on compliance and guardrails. IT leaders aren't just sitting around. They're rapidly deploying concrete security architectures. Slack is now enforcing strict channel-level permission and action logs to track every single autonomous move Claude makes. Google is actively deploying targeted adversarial training inside Gemini to stop malicious prompt injection attacks from hijacking web agents. And on the local machine level, Microsoft Defender has rolled out specific AI discovery tools to map out and isolate any unmanaged external servers that these agents try to connect to.
Globally, the regulatory noose is definitely tightening. The European Commission has already issued its preliminary Digital Markets Act gatekeeper rulings against the major cloud providers. Furthermore, under the AI Act, immediate prohibitions on harmful content deployment take effect this December, with the much more stringent, complex rules for high-risk autonomous systems fully activating in 2027.
Which brings us to the absolutely critical executive question for today. How will your organization deploy autonomous digital intelligence while successfully navigating the strict, unyielding realities of severe hardware scarcity and tightening international regulation? The balance between software autonomy and physical constraints is without a doubt going to dictate the market winners of the next decade. Thank you for joining us for this report on the latest market data. I'm your host, and we will see you next time on AI and Cloud Weekly.